All right, guys, welcome back. Now, we're back with another exciting product from ZAutomotive, the No LimitZ. Now, the No LimitZ has been out for the Jeep Wranglers and Ram trucks for a while now, but only recently released for the Chargers, Challengers, 300s, and Grand Cherokee and Durango. Now, before we go over the No LimitZ, there's been a lot of confusion about the No LimitZ. Stuff like, is it a replacement for the TaZer? Is it an update to the TaZer? And no. They're two separate products, and yes, they can be used together. Now, all you need to do is update your TaZer via the ZPU utility for Mac or Windows, or you can find the update on the ZAutomotive website. Now, the reason you want to do the update is the No LimitZ uses these buttons to navigate the menu. Now, if you have a TaZer and you've set one of these buttons as a shortcut, you could see the issue that would cause. All right, now that we get that out of the way, installation's pretty simple. All you need is a pry tool and a little pocket screwdriver. So, first thing you need to do is take your trim tool, go ahead and pop the bottom of the bezel out, and then working from the bottom, just pop the bezel completely off. And then next, just disconnect the HVAC plug. And then one side of your No LimitZ harness will plug into the car side, and then the HVAC side. And then the passenger floor compartment, we're gonna pop this trim panel all the way, and then pull down the carpet here. And then back up here, we're going to take our No LimitZ harness and feed it under the radio so that it goes down there into that kick panel we just were. And then back in the passenger side, there's our harness. Bring this through. Okay, down here are your start connections, and the one you want is yellow and with the beige wire. Now, don't get confused with brown. You can see brown down here. It's a lot darker. This is the beige one you want. Now, you can see under here, this little tab right there, that's what you're going to use your pocket screwdriver to release. Just press up and this will free the connection. Now we'll take our harness and plug in one side into the connector here, and we'll take this other side and connect to this one like that. And then the last connection will be to the actual No LimitZ module. Now, before we tidy this up, we're going to go up and check, make sure it functions correctly, and then we can finish the install. All right, to get to the menus, we need to have the ignition and run and be on the audio page in the cluster. To get the No LimitZ menu to pop up, we're going to press and hold cancel. Then we just hit cancel to scroll the menu. And that is speed limit. The speed limit option basically removes the speed limiter, but I don't think we're doing any top speed runs in the Jeep. Next up, we got torque limit. Now, all the newer Chrysler and Jeep products have torque management built in, and that basically saves the driveline from any potential harm. This allows you to crank that torque limit all the way up so that there's basically not any torque management. Now we have rev limiter in neutral and MDS, which is a huge one. So we're going to turn that off. And the way you make selections is the set plus and set minus buttons. So we're going to hit set minus and turn the MDS off. Now we have is tuned on. Now what this is for is if you have a tuned PCM and you have to take your vehicle to the dealer for any reason, this will hide that there's any kind of calibration on your PCM. Then we have a screen that tells us the recorded top speed that we've been. And finally, we have the security. Now this is probably where the No LimitZ really shines because the security functions that you get with it is better than what a high-end security system would have, and those cost tons more money. You get things like RF block where you will not be able to program a new key to the vehicle. Then you got brake lock. If there's a security event, the brakes will lock up. Then you got tamper detection, and that is if somebody tries to do a key read or a key program, it locks the vehicle down. You can also set the lights and horn to go off if there's a security event. You can disable the engine from being started or the throttle working if you want. Then you have auto lockdown, which is kind of similar to the TaZer pin lock, where you have to put in a code in order to start the vehicle. Now you don't want to use the TaZer pin lock and the No LimitZ auto lockdown. You want to use one or the other. Now there is firmware coming for the No LimitZ that will bring TaZer security compatibility with the No LimitZ. Now you also have teen mode, so if you have a younger driver and you want to limit the torque and speed limit of the vehicle, you can do that. Now, of course, different vehicles will have different options in the menus, depending on whether you have a Grand Cherokee, a Durango, a Charger, Challenger 300, or the Jeeps or the Ram trucks. Now, there is one feature that's missing that I was hoping it would have, and it's called Hyper Mode, which is basically a throttle booster. Now, I've already reached out to ZAutomotive, and they're looking into it. And that's what's great about that company is they want to know the issues and the problems so they can fix them. So hopefully in a new update, we'll have Hyper Mode. Now, I strongly encourage you guys to go on ZAutomotive's website, go ahead and download the user guide, and you can see all the functions, how they work, how to set them up and all that, as well as a full install guide. I know we covered the Grand Cherokee Durango, but the Charger Challenger 300, the install is slightly different. So They got a full guide, explains exactly how to install and how to use it. And of course, if you're interested in one of these, I got a link up here. I'll put a link down below and at the end of the video. So special thanks to all the guys at ZAutomotive and Nick, the social media guy. Thanks for your support. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to see what the engineer thinks of next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.